What a World Cup it's been. Billions of dollars waged on the World Cup. Argentina, Spain coming up Sunday. Who do you have in that one? We'll tell you all about it coming up next on the Chain Gang Sports Show.
We want to give a big shout out to the U.S. News and Entertainment Network for producing this show. Please like, subscribe, and share to stay up to date.
The Chain Gang Sports Show, recorded live, as always, at the Flagler Voice Podcast Studios in association with the U.S. News and Entertainment Network. Things are truly better with us. Tommy Thunder, Johnny Monte Carlo, our producer Alan in the studio. And I got to tell you, I was about to say millions, but no, millions would have been decades ago. Billions being wagered on this World Cup.
And the crazy thing is you can wager on everything in the World Cup.
You can.
How many substitutions? How many? How many corner kicks? How many? It's crazy.
It is
two
crazy.
roaches running across the field. You can bet on them two guys.
Yeah. I tell you what, though, I'm going with Spain on this one. I think Spain, and believe me, that hurts because, I like Messi. But Spain is just, man, they're not giving up goals.
Mikey Terranova called Spain early, and then, like he normally does, has changed his mind.
Changed it? Called an audible at the line of scrimmage?
He definitely is the audible king. But, it was more of, I think he had said Spain, but he was rooting for other teams. But my thing is I was riding the Messi chain from day one. The Messi train was the guy is just incredible. I mean, that game on Thursday, what was it, Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday.
That was one of the most amazing games. Listen, down 1-0. He didn't score goals, but what he does, where he puts the ball, is insane.
It is.
It's absolutely insane where he puts the ball. He is truly the GOAT.
We've talked about it, and
at 39, he's still the GOAT. The GOAT.
And you know what's also crazy? I know this picture is circulating everywhere, that you can get a picture on screen, and that's Lamine Yamal as a baby 20 years ago, or not 20 years ago, 19 years ago, in a tub with Messi, like he's babysitting the baby. I don't know if you've seen that picture.
No.
But
that sounds like a creepy picture.
Yamal, yeah, well, it is kind of bizarre. It's bizarre that you're talking about two of football's greatest players, including the GOAT. Right now, that's Messi. Maybe Lamine Yamal is the future GOAT, but to have them in that picture from 19 years ago.
Yeah, wow.
So depending on the month, that means that Messi was maybe 19, 20, and we're talking about a little Yamal. You got to see that.
Was he
picture.
In shorts, I hope?
No, not in shorts. No, but he was so young because, well, he looked young because he was young. He was, I believe, either 19 or 20 years old when that picture was taken. I don't think.
I don't even want to see the picture.
I mean, that would be like that'd be like Jordan in a tub and Kareem.
Yeah, with Brunson
babysitting. Yeah. Who would have thought? But yeah, that is truly a strange-looking picture, and get it if you get a chance. Take a look at that.
I don't even know if I want to. But
it's been you might be ruined after that.
Yeah.
No, but it's a cute photo actually.
No, I'm sure it is. I'm sure that was the intention of it too.
Well, I think what it was a picture taken for UNICEF. We're all familiar with UNICEF, and so it was a publicity photo back then. But I think it's pretty cute, but just very, very odd that you have two of the world's greatest athletes, soccer-wise, football-wise, in that same picture.
What a great final it's going to be. I think it's going to be.
What's the old saying? Truth is stranger than fiction.
That's it. Well, today's game, Sunday's championship, you got what you wanted. You got the defending champion, was the 3 seed, and you got the 1 seed in Spain. Spain was the 1 seed going in. Mikey said in the beginning when it started, right. But and then France. I don't know how it works in power ratings over there, but let me tell you something. We got a great final coming up. It was great. Two great semifinals. Spain dominated France, dominated them.
Yes,
Mbappe didn't even really. I mean, he looked like Holland did in the game before that. It just wasn't into the flow.
And you have to play a full game against Argentina.
Oh,
because you could be up, and then
Brother,
it's like playing the Knicks. It's like the Spurs playing the Knicks.
That's a great
game.
point. You know what? That's a great analogy because coming into, I got to tell you, that second half, when they came out for the second half, down 1-0, Argentina was an avalanche of offense. Avalanche. Post, crossbar. Just misses. It was unbelievable. Great saves by the goalie, but I tell you what, I knew there's only so many times you can keep banging away at the net, and it's gonna, or the cage as they call it.
The cage.
It's gonna come through.
Some more terminology we picked up along the way over the last 3 weeks, and then of course you've got the consolation game on Saturday.
Yeah,
that's down at Hard Rock.
I know.
Down
and you know
Miami.
what? They say like some of the guys are already gone over to their Premier League teams. They're not even sticking around for it.
Not sticking around for it.
I guess that's the kissing your sister, the participation trophy.
The participation trophy consolation game.
Yeah. Hey, I'm looking at right now, Colin Morikawa making the run at the Open Championship. British Open's going on.
They got started early.
Oh, yeah, brother. I was up at 3:30 is when it starts.
3:30 watching Peacock? I was at NBC?
Yeah. You peacocking
You were watching the bird that early?
I was actually watching it on the treadmill at the gym. But I can tell you this.
Now, that's a dedicated individual, I gotta say.
Brother.
You're at the gym watching golf.
I just can't sleep. Is the main reason I was there so early. But it's the new way to get the blood going early, and then because I've got a full day. But Bud Cauley. Bud
Cauley, is he emerging?
Bunnell's Bud Cauley making a run.
Bunnell's Bud.
Tricia,
Bud from Bunnell.
The beautiful.
Sounds like an email.
Yeah, the beautiful Tricia Bullock. That's her cousin. I get to see her hopefully this weekend. But she's a wonderful person, and her cousin is making the run.
Once again, I always say you are our
name
Kevin Bacon. you were connected to your name dropper, but you're connected to so many of these people that we do talk about in one way or another. So big. What is it now?
They're in the second round. Morikawa, Leonard Herbert. I mean, nobody even heard of the guy. He's 8 under. I mean, he's way out. He shot 8 under today. That's how he's got. Can you imagine that? He came in even, shot 8 under.
On the second round action.
And that's where the lead. Oh, he's on 12. Never mind. He's on 12. He's 8 under through 12.
After the first round action yesterday, I was looking at the leaderboard, and some of the big names are like way down.
I know.
Like 185th place.
People think, and boy, did you see Nick Faldo? Sir Nick Faldo undressed.
Sir Nick Faldo.
He undressed the big hitter. What's Bryson DeChambeau.
Oh, yeah, DeChambeau.
Because he said, DeChambeau said, because if you look at a links course, it's nothing but wide open, but with pot bunkers everywhere, and you get some of that fescue or that crazy grass.
They've got some dry conditions over there, too, right now.
DeChambeau thinks you can muscle it, and it's not a finesse game down in a links course that you can just, because he hits the ball 400 yards. I mean, the guy's insane.
That's amazing.
It really is. But Faldo was insulted by the fact that he said, if you can drive it as far as I do, makes for wedges in. Doesn't matter, wedges in. The greens are insane. The Shambo's at the bottom, and Sir Nick is smiling.
Well, I know you're an accomplished golfer in your own right. I mean,
in my own mind.
In your own mind. You've definitely broken away from the Wii and the video game stuff. You're out there. You're doing it pretty well.
Yeah.
I was going to say 400 yards. That's pretty impressive. If I can hit it 200 yards without hitting a tree, sand, or water, or people, then I'm feeling pretty good about myself.
The producer, Alan, do you remember the golf
charity tournament? Yeah.
You remember how far that guy hit that ball?
Oh, that was crazy.
I mean, it sounded like that's all you heard.
Kind of disappeared, too.
Yeah, we accomplished,
it was being tracked by
Johnny,
NORAD.
You and I accomplished golf that day.
We did
We're not accomplished golfers, but we accomplished golf.
We accomplished getting into the golf cart and looking for our ball. And sometimes we actually found it.
Yeah, and somebody else got rich off the ones we
I'm telling you, boy,
you know what?
We were dunking them in. It wasn't donuts we were dunking. It was golf balls. Yeah, they're probably still looking for those things. And it's been, about 2.5, 3 months now. We're back in April, actually, so it hasn't been.
God, time flies when you're having fun.
It is. So the World Cup finally wrapping up, and I tell you, you have this time of the year where, first of all, this final is in New York, just one of many things that have happened in the last 3 weeks in the city of New York. And this is not even counting the Knicks winning the NBA
How about the red
championship.
carpet?
That got it started out.
The red carpet for the ESPYs was in New York.
The ESPYs were big.
Yeah.
You like the
Male
Jalen Brunson collected some hardware.
Yeah, Male Athlete of the Year.
And why not, right?
Yeah, that's right. Why not?
It's a big story.
I love the fact that what's her name's still sticking to her, and she finally, the coach from the Aces, dissing on Brunson.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah,
she finally came off of her high horse of who she is with her 2 championships in the WNBA.
That 6'2" thing, that was kind of, you knew that was headed in the wrong direction. Marcelo Hernandez doing a great job at the Lincoln Center hosting that.
Oh, he did.
He
did. He was kind of classy as a comedian. He didn't. Yeah, he
from Saturday Night Live fame, and he does a great Sebastian Maniscalco impression.
Yeah.
He's got the body movements down.
Yeah.
And if you're not familiar with Sebastian Maniscalco,
you kidding me? I'm
one
a
of my
YouTube,
favorite comedians.
YouTube. He's a YouTube giant.
But he's got that down, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's back at some point. Who knows? But that's a great thing for him to put on his resume. Best championship performance, Jalen Brunson of the Knicks, and so many as we, you knew that best college athletes, Fernando Mendoza for Indiana, because them winning the championship in
deservedly,
college football. And Lauren Betts out there at UCLA.
Lauren Betts took that chance to talk about mental illness, and she was somebody who battles mental illness every day, and there's a lot of people out there that battle that mental illness. And I shout out to her for bringing that to people's attention, that it's real and it exists. And if you have a loved one you see struggling, make sure you reach out.
That's it. Reach out. And also, Jimmy V Award, that Perseverance Award that we see every year. And Jim Abbott.
Jim Abbott.
I'm
glad. I thought, for some reason, I always thought the Jimmy V Award, boy, I didn't hit, just a side note before we get on to Jim Abbott. I didn't know Dickie V was suffering from cancer, that he came out of remission. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That cancer takes down some really amazing people. And Jimmy V was one of them. And the Jim Abbott, great story. Jim Abbott, Daddy, Abbott. Do you like your little hand? And the way he went on to the speech about that he loves his little hand because it created so many things for him. What a great story. Jim Abbott, class act.
Yeah.
Justin Verlander retiring and bringing him in. I thought that was cool.
Yep, it's one of those moments where you get a little misty-eyed.
Oh, no question.
As Arthur Fonzarelli used to say on Happy Days, that he got a little misty-eyed. That means that he actually had some emotions that he showed for a cool guy.
A little Arthur Fonzarelli.
I got to throw in a reference there to those good old Happy Days. Hey, so best single game performance, Shohei Ohtani, and I know you like this one, the best play. Who could it go to other than OG Anunoby?
The hand of God.
The hand of God. Without that play, it might be a whole different situation. Some of these awards may not be going out.
That's right.
And then Scott Ruskin, U.S. Coast Guard rescue swimmer there. When he rescued all those campers there, he ends up getting the Pat Tillman Award, which is truly a great award there.
As a player, as crazy as this sounds, I loved Pat Tillman as a player. I mean, in college,
Pat Tillman was a real deal.
He was ferocious. He reminded me of like a John Lynch. He came from that back end, and he let you know he was there.
One of the great players and short career.
And saddest story. I mean, that man left. He left the NFL and all that money to go serve his country.
A quarter of a century ago.
Can you imagine that?
The mindset.
I cannot believe it's 25 years ago.
It is coming up in September.
2001.
A quarter of a century since 9/11.
Wow.
That really gets you.
It does.
Gets me to start looking for my walker. That's what happens. I'm going to be looking for that 25 years. We just throw around like not even years, but decades. It just comes zooming past us there. And of course, the Rams' best record-breaking performance. Well, he's with the Rams now, but Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett. You see, Myles Garrett is just a cool dude.
He is.
You see him on the red carpet. He didn't have anything the goofy, flashy stuff.
No, nothing.
Just a white button-down pair of black slacks and that body. You don't need anything else. My brother came.
He didn't come out there looking like he was appearing at the Met Gala.
Yeah, they do for the.
Some
I don't want to get
wacky things that they do wear. But now they're even talking about maybe Aaron Donald maybe coming back.
Yeah, well, that's been the rumor for quite a while. And then Myles Garrett likes to throw. He's famous for throwing those little things out there, those little things on social media to get people talking. And I guess Aaron Donald's been at the Rams facility a couple times this year.
Yeah, he's had a workout. He wants to see how he feels before he makes any kind of decision, I guess. But that's some of the many highlights here. The city of New York really is. You got the World Cup final.
U.S. Open coming up.
U.S. Open. The
U.S. Open in golf and the U.S. Open and tennis will be. Is in early, late August, early September.
Well, of course, the city of New York. It's always got
that's it,
action
brother.
Going on.
Of course, it does.
The city that never sleeps.
But it also has the Jets. But it also has the Jets. I'm still bitter. I am, John. I'm still bitter
about the Jets.
No, about them calling MetLife Stadium New York, New Jersey.
Oh,
Stadium.
yeah.
I am bitter about
It's
that.
not in New York.
It's not in New York. Why is it?
In fact,
New York,
I just gave them credit but it's not in New York.
Yeah, but how do you call it New York, New Jersey Stadium? I mean, how is that possible? But whatever. It's whatever. And I'm a New Yorker, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And all those Jersey people that we have come on the show, they're probably not happy with me right now.
Didn't you say your dad? He
gave up season tickets to the Jets.
Season tickets because...
Well, a lot of people did because the Meadowlands from Long Island was not an easy trip.
Yeah.
There's no train. There was no public transportation in there at the time. You had to take your car and sit in one road in, one road out.
That's
miserable.
Crazy. That reminds me of a what was it? The Sportatorium, which was basically at the time sitting in the Everglades, just west of Hollywood, down in South Florida, and it was originally the venue of a World Hockey team in South Florida back in the 70s, and NBA. They were looking to attract a team. Boy. You look at what they've got now in Miami, and you got a stadium out in the Everglades.
Yeah, but I did not know that.
Had a leaky roof. It was always very hot, and it really was mainly a venue for rock concerts.
Yeah, no ice time.
Saw Van Halen there one time.
Did you really?
That was enough for me. But when you say that one road in, one road out, one lane.
Yeah, one lane in, one lane out.
Oh,
yeah,
that's what it was, and it was out in the Everglades, but. You're talking about the swamp, right?
Yeah,
it was, the Meadowland was a big swamp, basically.
Jimmy Hoffa's hometown.
Jimmy Hoffa. Hey, wait a second. They must have, I wonder how they rearranged his seating there. Did they?
I have no idea. It was brutal.
I guess he got ousted. He didn't renew.
He didn't renew in the MetLife.
You got to renew your season tickets. Hey, just going back real quick to that, the World Cup, though. Biggest event. Really, and there's been a lot of big events in the last 3 weeks. But, they're still looking at that $300 million, mainly Argentina. In South Florida. These shell businesses.
You're going to beat that up.
Oh, let me tell you. And every time I read more about that, I'm familiar with the Doral and the Ives Dairy Road and all these
Doral, the golf course?
In the Doral area,
okay.
Where the golf course is, which is down there near Miami International Airport. Well, you've been in South Florida quite a bit.
15 years.
But they say that even though the FBI is involved, it could take years to actually figure out what's going on with that. So much money doled out to different companies. And it's a shame because Argentina kind of taints things just a tad bit. Yeah, well, you wonder what's there.
I get it. But here's my thing. That somebody was asking, we had this debate about it last night with us. And my thing is it's not a college sport. Somebody didn't get paid to play. Right. There were no games that they're not talking so far about fixed games and shaving anything.
No.
They're talking about money going to, referees? Is that where it's coming in? Because I can tell you this, if they're giving money to players to move around and play, there's nothing really wrong with that. It's a business.
Right.
I mean, nothing that should be...
It's money laundering. It's just protecting money, but I don't see anything
dirty
yet.
Money being changed into good money, through that. Yeah, that's not good.
It's the Argentinian, their soccer federation that's, come under scrutiny. I don't think it's the Argentine, the
it's
team
not the players.
itself and the players. No, nothing like that.
It's the
so
the
far.
higher ups. Yeah, so far is right.
It's not. I think they will come out unscathed in that regard, but it's just the investments and just tax sheltering and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah. That's
on.
not good.
It's going to take years. It's going to take years for sure. But city of New York and the stadium outside of New York has had a lot of good things happen.
Yeah, I think both Canada, or all three, Canada, Mexico, and the United States, did a heck of a job of hosting this World Cup. I think you didn't hear any horror stories, no real horror stories.
The rest of the world has been pretty impressed.
Yeah, the watch parties that were all around and outside the stadiums. I mean, Argentina shows up. That crowd was the Mexico, another team that shows out. It was exciting. I've thoroughly enjoyed it and look forward to Sunday's game for sure. Spain did it for me, not a lot of people that are, there were no Mbappes and Hollands and Messis, all the big names.
No big names.
No big names, but I guess, Mike will tell you that they have 3 or 4 guys that are stars in the Premier League, which is a lot of guys to have stars in the Premier League. So they're a credit, definitely a team that was favored to win. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to check in with Mikey Terranova coming up maybe on the next show. Hey, moving on to back to golf just real quick. Scotty Scheffler is the defending champion.
Yes, he is.
And as we are on at this point in time, now they're about 5 hours ahead of us. So that's why they get the 1:30, I think it was 2 a.m. start, something only you would be out there walking a treadmill. Watching soccer,
I did it. I do it every year. Because golf is the U.S. I mean, it's 6-7 hours ahead. 6 hours ahead, I believe. So if you want to watch the U.S., if you want to watch the British Open, or they call it now the Open, the Open Championship,
the 154th.
Yeah, Lucas Herbert, 8 under is the leader. He's on 12. Jackson Suber, the links course is the thing I love about the Open Championship is guys that aren't always on the top of the leaderboard have a shot. If you can keep it in play and play strategic, it's not about how far you hit it, as like Bryson DeChambeau says, and he'll tell you that because he's down at the bottom.
DeChambeau, he's sort of like a John Daly.
DeChambeau is like a John. He hits the ball further, but he's a lot more. He's way better. He's got multiple championships, Grand Slams. DeChambeau's a more accomplished golfer for sure, but he's a little arrogant, and his arrogance gets under people's skin. So he's had his run-ins with different golfers because of that. But
certainly when you look at the leaderboard, you see him in there anywhere. You figure he's got a shot, and Scheffler's not too far back.
No, definitely. Listen, 4 under. 8 under is the leader, but there's a ton of guys at 4 under. Cameron Young, Bud Cauley, Patrick Reed, all the Americans. There's 5 Americans in a row. Pearson Cootie, that's a tough name to go through. Colin Morikawa, he's up at the top. So it'll be fun. It's going to be, like I said, the great thing is Sunday, because it starts so far ahead of us, by like 10 a.m. is when the leaders the leaders tee off. So you got something to do on a Sunday morning just after church.
That's it. You put it on Peacock, NBC, and
the Peacock.
You can catch Bud Cauley and catch Cootie. And
catch Cootie.
and a few other names out there.
There we go.
The big names. Even though the
producer's
big names,
not sleeping. I thought he was nodding off back there. Was he nodding?
It's a good time to.
That's the wrong producer.
That's a
shots fired.
Hey, moving on to baseball now. Let's backtrack a little bit.
All-Star game.
Yeah. Well,
let's start with the home run derby.
The home run derby. You had 2 guys from Philly that you had predicted Schwarber. Schwarber gave it all he could, but the Cardinals. The Cardinals' Jordan Walker.
Jordan Walker. Well, first of all, I knew of Jordan Walker as a player coming into the league, but I didn't realize he was sick. I didn't realize how big he was. He's a big guy, 6'7".
Yeah, 6'6", 6'7", something like that. Yeah, like an Aaron Judge.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, he replaced Aaron Judge, I think, in size.
He did.
You know?
And he was hitting some. They were hitting some bombs. I mean, Bryce Harper's one that went out of the stadium. What was it, 490?
Yeah, like I said, you got to track those things with NORAD. Out there and find out where they're landing.
And one Philly took out another Philly. You know, Bryce Harper. If he would have won, if he would have hit his 10th, he would have knocked Schwarber. Instead, Schwarber went on to the next round and. But I got to tell you, it was good. It was all right. You know, I like the new format. I don't care what anybody says. I like that.
Where if you hit the home run on the last ball.
But nobody did.
Yeah, nobody.
But nobody did. So it didn't come into play. But what I liked is no timer, 20 straight, 20 swings. That's it.
And that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the timer.
Moved along pretty good.
It moved along great. It did. It moved along great other than... it was good.
You were disappointed because you were looking for Rice.
Ben Rice, disappointed. Not disappointed. Hey, listen, man, that's not an easy stage. He has his dad throw BP. When your dad throws BP, you know that's not somebody you're used to. A lot of guys get somebody that throws BP to them on an everyday basis. That's the guy you got to have throw it. But there's been guys.
A lot of pressure on dad.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of guys, and there were 3 dads that threw. 3 dads. Ben Rice's dad threw. Bryce Harper won it when his dad threw.
The big dumper, Cal Raleigh.
He had his
last
dad?
year. He had his dad pitching, and that's what was part of the great story. I believe.
Cano had his dad, and he won it. So dad's. You know what? It is.
Dad comes through.
You got to remember, Dad was doing it for the first 15, 16 years of their career. You know what I mean? When they were from T-ball up.
They pitch more batting practice to him than anybody else.
Right.
And deserve a little piece of the check, too, in my opinion.
And most kids do take care of Dad.
I would think so. Or at least maybe take him to Culver's for a cod sandwich or something.
Yeah.
Value basket.
The cod. You definitely promote the cod sandwich.
That's probably one of the most popular things there. Hey, how about the next day, the All-Star game? What happened to the National League? You know, they've got teams that look better than what the American League is producing, record-wise.
Well, what I figured out, John.
Shut out 4-0.
And you tell me, maybe the American League is just that even, that dominant. Maybe the National League is not as dominant just because their records are better.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not as dominant as the American League is. They could be that sleeping giant because... Let me tell you something. The pitching, now I know why guys are all batting in the 230s, 240s, and the lead is, the top 5 guys. There's guys that actually not hitting 300 in the top 5.
Yeah.
So we are learning that American League pitching is pretty dominant right now.
And one of those pitchers, Tarek Skubal, with the Tigers, they're actually, I think they've won 7 out of their last 10 in that division where right now anybody could still win it, except the Royals.
You got 3 teams that were ready to get involved in the fire sales. The Red Sox were one, the Tigers were another, and now all of a sudden
they've improved,
and now
they have to adjust their thinking. Maybe they're buyers.
Yeah, that's right.
Instead of
sellers. That's it. Even the Nationals had a couple guys like Wood and things like that now they've been playing well. There's gonna, let me tell you something. It's gonna be heated up now. Aaron Judge, good chance he's gonna miss the whole year.
Right.
With this, he might need surgery on to replace that rib.
That's a shame. I know that's something that you don't.
Devastating. It's absolutely devastating. The defending 2-time MVP.
It's a huge loss.
Huge loss.
So
we'll be buying.
Do the Yankees, make a move, try to get a replacement?
I know that they were looking at Pena from the Astros at shortstop. I know that they were, but there's a couple guys out there that are. Contreras was going to be one that was going to be up,
but they're keeping him. They're not gonna let him go. The Red Sox might. They're looking at Tampa Bay is pretty consistent, probably the most consistent team in the American League, because the Yankees, although I'd say they're as good as any team right now in the American League for the most part.
Yeah.
Are they a team that could, let's say,
without Judge? I don't think so.
Without Judge,
no,
get to that World Series?
I don't think so. You're talking about a 330 hitter with 50 plus home runs and 130 RBIs. That you don't replace that.
That's big.
That's huge. And now Rice is having a great year, but you need 2 more guys to come in to make up for what Judge did. You need 2 guys to get hot. Now, Jason Dominguez, who has gotten hot, and now he changes the mind of the Yankees, who were ready to dump him and get something quality like a Tarek Skubal, but we don't need starting pitching.
No, you got the pitching. Pitching is your strong point.
Right. And
for the most part.
Our starters are, the strength of the team. Now, once we have Fried back, Garrett Cole, Clark Schmidt will be back, Rodon, and, you got...
And we've said it before, then you can move some of those starters.
Yeah, now we can move Weathers, Warren, all those guys. Oh, we got a halftime.
It is halftime.
It is halftime.
Here on the Chain Gang Sports Show.
We don't stretch and sing songs, but we will be when Karaoke Courtney gets back.
That's right. And as always, we invite your emails at the Chain Gang Sports Show. It's Flagler Voice.
That's right.
At gmail.com. Halftime.
Woo. This mic is smoking, baby. We've been talking about some sports, and it's not easy when Major League Baseball's on a break.
Right.
There's no football. WNBA is on a break as well. I know the Fever don't play. What do you think? The Fever? Can the Fever do it?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think. There's so much controversy with that team and everything.
And that's a shame. It shouldn't be.
I mean, they're like 6 right now, I think, in the standings.
Are they really? Is that where they are?
Yeah. We'll talk about that on the second half.
I'm disappointed if that's where they are. I know they smoked the Aces the other night. I happened to watch that game. They smoked the Aces.
Second half, I guess we could resume with baseball, finish up with that because there's still some things.
Yeah.
And then
trade deadline.
Yeah. And LeBron, some NBA stuff, and an NBA Summer League, WNBA, NASCAR, Formula One racing. Maybe come up.
You and that Formula One. I haven't gotten into that yet.
I just throw that out there just to show that we're diversified. Next, I'll be mentioning archery. What was that Mike Fedbauer said?
Cornhole.
Cornhole. Oh, yeah. But on ESPN2, when things get slow, you will find that. Cornhole.
Brother, cornhole and pickleball have dominated the
pickleball is big.
The Ocho.
Well, they say pickleball is the fastest growing sport in the United States.
That's fantastic.
Say that. But you know what? If today I invented a game called, it used to be called Tiddlywinks. It's an actual game called Tiddlywinks. If I brought that game out today and I got myself and you two playing it all at once, that for a moment would be the fastest growing game in the United States.
That's true, technically.
So, stats don't mean much on that
kind within,
of stuff.
A short span.
Short span. Tiddlywinks is now the fastest growing sport in the United States.
Only to be replaced by rubber duck dunking.
Rubber duck. Speaking of, I'm not sure if it's already gone by or if it's coming up because I haven't looked. But down in Daytona, I believe it's the Kiwanis Club, has the annual. They also do it up in Jacksonville where they dump the rubber ducks into the river, like they dump. I don't know, 10,000 rubber ducks, and whichever one makes it to the. Everybody bets on which duck's going to make it to the end.
Where is this?
There's one up in Jacksonville and there's one down in Daytona. It's put on by the Kiwanis Club in Daytona.
So they're numbered, right?
They're numbered, and you buy one by the number, and and if your duck goes down the river and crosses the finish line first, they dump them out of a dump truck. They all get dumped out at exactly the same time into the whichever river they're using at that moment, and it goes down the river
at the same time.
Well, there might be a few seconds delay as it comes out of the dump truck, but
you want yours loaded toward the back.
Yeah, with a sail on its head.
Yeah.
And a little tiny propeller and motor.
Yeah, we don't talk about
this.
Yeah. With a rudder.
Listen, I was the guy who got caught cheating at the soapbox derby. My father filled my car with lead. I had no idea I'm a kid, and all of a sudden my car falls off the track.
Oh, yeah?
And a big lead plunk.
He threw a bag of lead.
No, he carved it into the bottom of the car. They filled it. And then when it fell off, the lead popped out. I'd thrown out of Cub Scouts because of my father.
That must
crazy.
be where the term originated, get the lead out.
Get the lead out.
Yeah, well, I did.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. You both have a soapbox
Derby story?
Yeah.
derby story.
I stand on one sometimes.
Do you?
Oh,
No
yeah.
derby.
Absolutely.
No
he does.
derby about it.
He'll definitely let you know his opinion. People know, listen, people in this community love Alan. You either love him or you hate him. And most of them love him, but he definitely has some hates out there.
I like the haters because I can hate back.
Yeah, you're not a good person to be on the bad side of. But I can tell you, with this format we have, the studio, he could be a little tough, he could have a bigger bite than most people.
Hey, by the
I'm
way,
loving.
you mentioned Daytona.
Yes, I did.
What's happened with the Tortugas? Are we ever going to find ourselves?
We will
down
wait
there?
until after the All-Star break, which is going on right now for them as well.
Because, their season is a little shorter than the major league.
Yeah, not much, but yeah, we're looking to do something right away.
128 games, I think.
They had their grand opening. In fact, I went to their grand opening.
Was it grand?
It was grand. It was a grand opening. I have video and pictures I'll put up on the website, and we could see what Mikey Balls was there.
Mikey Balls.
Mikey Balls was there.
Stu Gotts.
And Stu Gotts.
Hey, so
Johnny Buffalo Gotts was there.
one other thing, because it's halftime, that it just caused me to.
It's not.
These food sponsors, right? Because we don't have one. That's what caused me to think about it. Hey, it would have been a breakfast.
That's right. It could have been a breakfast burrito day.
I didn't even think about that. We have to head over to St. Joe's Plaza and see who's serving breakfast.
But think
Doesn't
about
Rustic Dough do breakfast?
They do. So does Dominic's. Phenomenal breakfast.
Yeah, see? We should have.
This was an earlier start than
all
before.
these venues, and a lot of them from St. Joe's Plaza. Right, that's the go-to.
You know why
parking
St. Joe's
lot.
Plaza is the place to go?
It's around the
Everything's
corner.
just almost next door.
Everything's almost next door to Ace.
The place to go is St. Joe. Hey, but what's happened with them? How's did they have any feedback? Were they ever interested in, any of those venues like
Rustic
Smoothie,
Dough
play, Michael Granum and all them? Anybody wanting to do it again or interested in doing?
Well, everybody's up to doing it again.
Oh, they all want to do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just me that won't do it.
And I don't blame them. You want to do it. Listen, man, this is a business. Everything's a business. This podcast is a business.
All right.
We do it. We bring people in, but the studio time, the electric to put it on, it's not free. So you want us to put your restaurant and everything out there, you're going to have to put your placard up. It's cheap. It's $150. And I can't understand why anybody wouldn't.
For a month.
Yeah, for a month. Why anybody wouldn't is beyond me, because you're going to put your picture in the Observer for 3 times the cost. And people only read the Observer if they're waiting online.
Let's not lose the Observer as a potential sponsor.
No.
Well, the parrot, before he takes a crap on your ad, probably reads it.
Well, yeah.
Says,
He looks
"Oh,
down
yeah."
and see what's lining my tray today. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm jumping into this conversation.
Yeah, what are you doing?
But
I admire the Observer for being a no charge thing. I do.
Well, they have subscription fees. You can go to the boxes that are outside of various stores and pick one up for free. But if you want it on your driveway,
Yeah, that's paying for the guy to deliver it. Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
I get that.
I always get it at Dollar General.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm
you
going to
can
make
pick it
once we listen, we're days, we're maybe 2 weeks away from. Alan and I went and picked out furniture for the green room studio, and we just got to get something.
And oddly, it's green.
Mint. It's actually a light. If
a
you want to call it
requirement.
mint, no,
It has
it's.
to all be green.
Listen, it's going to be beautiful, and
The
then
whole
once
room's
we're
a
able to
green
do that,
screen.
then we can get people to start coming in to advertise. You want to advertise, but you also want to present a great product, and that's what we're trying to do: is perfect the product before we ask people to come and invest into it, because we want people to come in here, podcast, and do everything else, and we're almost there.
And have a good time.
And we're almost there.
In
And
the green room.
yeah, 2
We're going to have
computers.
Studio 1, Studio 2, and the green room.
And listen, the green room's serious. If people are waiting to do their podcast, they can plug their computers in and keep up with what they're doing at work, get on their laptops. We're gonna have the TV on if you want to watch the show that's going on. It's gonna be great. It really is. I'm excited.
But as far as like the Latin bakery, and the list goes on, because I save the information, and I was noticing a couple of days ago where I've got like maybe 10 different venues. Any of them, though, you think?
Yes, we've had feedback, and in fact, we were just discussing one the other day. I can't remember which one. It was talking about somebody coming in, mentioning the show.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, we've had feedback, and it's all been positive feedback. Nobody's come back with negative stuff.
Yeah,
Everybody
and the
loves
restaurants are getting people to come in that said, "Hey, we heard it on the Chain Gang Sports Show." Philly cheesesteak is definitely one of them.
Maybe that was the one we were discussing the other day.
Yeah, it
We've
was.
been talking about them a lot.
And the only other thing, because while I was just thinking about these things, do we have maybe, if not today, Monday, a list of, what it costs to
Yeah, that's something we'll
advertise?
talk about it off air. But yeah, we have a massive list. John,
Yeah.
he's got over 120 different restaurants just in this area to go talk to about advertising. But yeah, that's a conversation that we definitely have outside because we got to. But again, you have to have the biggest thing in sales. This is not a sports show. We've turned it into a different show, but. The biggest thing about sales, you have to have the product you proudly represent, and you need to make sure that when you bring somebody in to a studio, to a service, that you have the right product that you're selling. And you don't bring somebody into your garage and you have stuff laying all over it and expect them to believe that you're going to be successful. I mean, success is driven by presentation. I mean, and by name. Flagler Voice has a name. Alan has a great reputation. And the shows that have been on here have been great. We have the new Ippolito show. Is Dr. Ippolito is a chiropractor that does his show. He loves it. They've already gotten great
The best
feedback.
of your life.
The best of your life, and they've gotten great feedback from it. Angelo
Ippolito.
and Ippolito
Denise.
and Denise.
Yeah.
Denise has got a nice Italian last name as well. It's an Italian show, as I'm representing.
North Carolina. Oh, wait. There we
I got
go.
Italy underneath. I wasn't sure which jersey to wear.
It's a shirt day.
Yeah, but I mean, this is going to be a product you'd be proud to sell. So that's the reality. If you're asking why we haven't really gone out to the street and attack yet, we have a lot on our plate getting this to the place we want it to be before you can go out there and bring people in. You want people to come in and go, wow, I'm ready to do my show here. This is first class. I'm ready to advertise here because all the followers. But that's a different time. We got some shaking up in the on the leaderboard. Oh no, I thought we had a new leader, but he's still on top. 8 under, holding strong.
8 under, holding strong.
Lucas Herbert is holding tough.
He's doing out over there right now.
Oh, well, he's been tied.
It's past noon.
Jackson Suber.
It's tea time. Pinky out.
Tea time. That's right.
Over there in where is that? I'm trying to think of the course. Sure.
Royal Birkdale.
Royal Birkdale, yeah. That's the course.
Yeah, Port Rush was last year.
Well, that was a good halftime.
Well, cricket, before we get off cricket, that they play over there quite often, actually breaks for tea times and stuff like that. And I got to be honest, this is a sports show. I'm not a big sports person anymore. I used to play ice hockey quite a bit, but cricket, actually, when I lived down in the Caribbean, was one of my favorite shows, favorite sports, because I never slept better than when I watched a cricket game.
Oh, I bet. That's what some people say about baseball. As a matter of fact, especially American League baseball, because nobody gets hit.
Cricket
Nobody
can
hits.
go on for a couple of days. A baseball game's at least over in a couple hours.
Does it go on for a couple of days?
Yes, and they actually take tea breaks and.
Oh Lord,
And
I don't know.
It goes
That ain't me.
on.
Cricket has its own terminology. What's it? Wicket?
Yeah, sticky wicket and
Sticky
stuff
wicket?
like
yeah,
that.
They got all kinds of terminology, but we don't go that far.
I use the snort.
We have time constraints. We don't talk about cricket. That wouldn't be cricket.
No, that's right. I like croquet though. You can hit the ball through the little hoops.
Yeah,
I like those.
I like when you put your foot on it and whack the guy across the.
That's right.
I like it when the roach coach drives up into the parking lot at a business I'd be working at, like Discount Auto Parts, and they have those ham croquets. You ever get those things?
Yeah,
The
that's a
meat
different
patties?
croquet.
Yeah,
Yeah, different croquet.
but
Anyway,
that's
get
my
back to
favorite
it.
croquet.
Restart the show.
All right, here we go.
Here, I'll give you the start the show. Oh, no, I guess I won't. Wrong button. I was going to give you the music to start, but since
No.
we're still here, keep going. There you go. The show officially restarts.
There we go, on a phone call. I am live on air, and I'll let them know that I can't talk to them because we're on we're on air.
I thought that was maybe Longhorn Polly.
No.
Coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul.
Can you imagine Longhorn Polly?
Can you imagine?
That'd be a shocker.
Yeah.
This at this time of day, without any kind of oh yeah, but you never know. Yep. That's how he rolls, Longhorn Polly.
Yeah,
up there in the mountains,
the Pulse
mountains of Catskill Mountains of New York. That's New York, not New Jersey, New York.
Right, but I tell you what though. And some of our other callers, we always appreciate it. And also, like I say, you can always send us an email, and that's at flaglervoice@gmail.com. We appreciate a like, a follow, a share. Sharing is caring. And a subscription. The Chain Gang Sports Show recorded live, as always, at the Flagler Voice Podcast Studios in association with the U.S. News and Entertainment Network. Things are better with us.
Better with us.
And things are, going back to baseball, because I know you were looking to see if there was any kind of change on the leaderboard, anything significant at least, over there in the second round, which is always the case in golf, right? You got the first round on Thursdays, final round action on Sundays. And
Bryson DeChambeau making a run.
Is he making that move?
3 under.
Okay, there he is. He's driving them.
He's going to have Nick Faldo going crazy.
Hey, but going back to baseball now as we approach the weekend, what a big series that's going to be now with the Dodgers visiting the Yankees. They're at Yankee Stadium. Dodgers 3-game set.
I'm still, I have to be honest, I'm still reeling.
With the Aaron Judge.
I'm reeling from it. I mean,
it's not the same.
I just don't understand. If there was surgery needed, it would have been, never mind. It would have been season-ending surgery anyway, but it looks like that's the inevitable.
Well, they must feel like, this is something that could affect him in the long run, take care of it, take him
just
out
another
now.
guy. I mean, he's had 2 MVP seasons, but other than those 2 back-to-back MVP years, he's been injured constantly. Giancarlo every year has been. Giancarlo averages, I think, 80 games a year.
Yeah, he's a part-timer.
Yeah.
He's got that part-time situation, but so plenty of benefits.
Yeah. I was trying to look at the top.
One of the few part-time jobs you can have that has lots of benefits.
Yeah.
But Yankees hosting the Dodgers, we would have said, if all was well, literally, with the Yankees, pitching staff intact, and Aaron Judge in there in right field, we would have said that could be a preview of the World Series.
Yeah, and
right?
That's what I mean when they scheduled it. That's what they thought was going to be.
Because on the American League side, you got to feel like, okay, the Yankees with that pitching staff, they match up well with the Dodgers, and could be one of the few teams, and there's not many, especially in the American League, that you feel that could, maybe compete with the Dodgers. There's some that say, hey, just hand the Dodgers the championship, and make it 3 in a row. I don't know. When you get to the postseason, look at the Blue Jays. They were not far off from winning it all. What was it, 1 out? So it could have been a different story. So I'm not going to be I would favor the Dodgers, certainly. But in the American League, the Yankees now, you got to say, they take a step back. It could be Tampa Bay's division because they have been pretty consistent. That's one thing about the Rays. They have not had like a fairly long losing streak.
Right,
right. And they're still one of the top 5 teams in the major leagues.
Well, I just pulled up the top trade guys that are on the trading block. Scuba we know is number 1. Boy, did I just have a stuttering issue. Scuba we know is number 1. Bryson Buxton is number 2. Buxton gives you
Byron Buxton.
Yeah. Gives you a great outfielder who can hit with power. He can hit to all.
I could see them because the Twins aren't really. Yeah, they're middle of the road in that division, but right now the White Sox and the Guardians seem to be the class.
Yep, no, that's it.
Of that division.
He's definitely going to go. Detroit is definitely going to bring Scooble because they won't want to pay that salary. But best fits for Buxton are Phillies, Padres, Diamondbacks, Braves, Rays, Cardinals, Yankees, and Rangers. Now, I don't know why the Rangers, but the West is wide open.
The Rays?
The Rays.
The Rays. That's interesting.
Yeah.
As buyers?
As buyers.
As buyers.
Yep. Best fits.
I could see that. And the Braves, I could see that too.
Oh, absolutely.
Braves have fallen back now.
Yeah.
Now, the Phillies, they lost yesterday. Did you see that weather? Did you see that poor air quality in Philadelphia last night? The game was on ESPN. 4-1 the final score. Mets come up with a win, so they're starting out good for the second half. But I'm sorry, Met fans, I don't see them. I don't really see them getting out of the cellar of the National League East.
Well, I can tell you, the other team we were talking about was that we were talking about teams that were just starting to make that surge, and now they're on the fence of whether they're going to be buyers or sellers. The Astros were another one.
The Astros,
yeah,
sure,
and they have their shortstop Pena. Like I said, he's up there. He's the number 3 on the trading block, and Braves, Rays, Yankees, Blue Jays, and Red Sox. Now they've taken the Red Sox out of sellers and put them on the buyers list. Joe Ryan from Minnesota comes in at 4. C.J. Abrams, another shortstop for the Nationals, is number 5. Again, Yankees are on all the lists for shortstops, third basemen, and now outfielders.
The list is growing.
Yeah, it sure is.
Trade deadline is August 3rd.
Yes.
So we're going to be much discussion about that.
Yeah, we're coming. Hey, believe it or not, August 3rd is coming out. Jung-Hoo Lee from the 49ers, from the Giants. I just want to put the helmet on. We're at that thing.
There you go. Hey, and the Astros traded off an injured right-handed pitcher, Lance McCullers Jr.
Who did?
And lefty Colton Gordon to the Brewers and on Wednesday. So in return, I mention this because the Astros get minor league outfielder designated hitter Jaden Fielder.
Oh, the Princess kid.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Third generation fielder.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Cecil Fielder, he ended up winning a World Series with the Yankees. Yeah.
Oh, we love Cecil. He's the man.
Tremendous stats. Yeah. And then Cecil, and now you got...
You calling him Cecil, he'll correct you as he did to many of the Yankee reporters. It's Cecil.
Oh, Cecil, yeah.
Cecil Fielder.
Like Cecil B. DeMille.
That's it. It's not Cecil.
I
don't know what the big day. It's spelled the same, but
Cecil says, yeah.
Tomato.
It's like Patrick Surtain.
That's right. That's exactly
Dorset.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
There's always these. That's what makes it very difficult sometimes. You have to actually talk to the person to see. Don't take it for granted. That's one of the toughest things in broadcasting, especially when you see a name or a city or whatever it is you're reading. To know how it's going to be pronounced.
And you've got
my biggest fear.
Yeah,
especially if a guy has a big game and you've been saying his name wrong for 2 or 3 hours.
How would you like to have to call the Greek Freak's name out for all the time? I mean,
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Whatever.
Well,
Freak.
That's a mouthful.
Freak. It is a mouthful.
Hey, so Major League Baseball. Oh, just
Chapman's Aroldis Chapman and Hader, Josh Hader are 2 closers. I think the Yankees need to make a move on for sure.
I could see them getting Hader.
I could see them getting Hader. They went down that road with Chapman before.
Everyone has their haters, and they need one.
Hey, he's got a 1.17 ERA, so I'll take him all day. Oh, there we go.
It is a rough crowd.
He's awake. He's awake.
Hey, so Fenway Park. Before we get off the baseball track here, it's the Rays and the Red Sox. That's another great series because the Red Sox, hottest team in baseball now, coming back after the All-Star break, 9 wins in a row. On a flip side there, the A's, wow, 9 losses in a row. I don't see, they're fading fast over there in that dreadful American League West.
Dreadful.
Marlins in Milwaukee to take on the Brewers, and I tell you, I was very disappointed as they lost at home, Lone Depot Park, the Marlins did, to the Guardians, 3 straight, and they were doing great. They were climbing the charts there in the National League East, and now they're about 4 games behind the Braves because the Braves had a drop-off too.
Yeah, they did. I think everybody in baseball had...
Except for the Dodgers, they plug along. Now, they did have like a 4 or 5 game losing streak.
Yeah, I was just going to say they did, and the Marlins were a part of it.
Yeah, Marlins are a competitive team this year, and they've got pitching. That's why. I've talked about it before. But we'll see what happens there. Marlins in Milwaukee to take on the Brewers. The Brewers are right now, I think, record-wise, second best record in baseball. Major League Baseball also has announced that the 2027 season will be the earliest opening next year, March 24th. That's providing that there's no lockout. And I think there will be a lockout.
There's no question there's going to be a lockout.
So don't.
If you're an owner, I would lock them out too. I think the salaries are out of control, way out of control.
What might happen if Scooble? Can you imagine if he were to go to?
Well,
LA?
Don't forget they're going to do those. Yeah, that would be.
I think everyone would just throw their hands.
Hey, you know
up.
what? I got to tell you, the NFL. There's people getting paid, but there's more parity in the NFL.
More parity
because you've got everybody's got the same amount of money to spend. You can there was nobody better than Carmen Policy at finagling the back in the 49ers heyday at being able to finagle that salary cap.
Yeah. It was a good policy by Carmen to do that, and you know what? I always said that he was a good businessman.
Sure, he was.
Right?
And how about Eddie DeBartolo with? Did you see the story on the
DeBartolo?
Yeah, the owner from the
the 49ers.
My best friend.
What was it? A great construction company.
Yeah,
I think he was in the construction.
One of my dear friends in high school. He married one of the DeBartolo daughters. I told you his wedding was Joe Montana, everything. But the Great Catch by Dwight
Clark.
Dwight Clark.
The late Dwight Clark, I believe he passed away, if I'm not mistaken.
Did he?
Too long ago.
I know he was battling ALS.
We don't have Lucas, the Gator Man, to
check that.
To check that out.
But do you know
I know you're going to tickle the ivories here just to verify that.
But Eddie DeBartolo was there as his caregiver at some points. This billionaire was taking care of Dwight Clark.
That was a great organization.
It really was. Back in the day, that's why they won.
In the 80s?
Yeah.
They were the team of the 80s.
Brother, that's what culture. We talk about culture, DeBartolo, policy. The Paisans took care of business.
What was that, 55-14 over the Broncos, I think, in 89?
Yeah.
That was back when Super Bowls were largely one-sided. Not the case now. We're seeing much better, I think, matchups there.
Wow, Dwight Clark died in 2018.
2018.
But Eddie DeBartolo was by his bed when he died. It was a good story.
Yeah.
If you ever seen it, it's on ESPN.
So LeBron, you think by Monday, when we have our Monday show, we'll be talking about where LeBron is actually? Or you think he's going to make that announcement right after the World Cup?
Of course he is.
Maybe that'll be part of the post-game show.
He's been at the World Cup. He's a sports enthusiast. Like I said,
it's a toss-up. There's a lot of reasons why he could end up
anywhere
in 5 different, even Miami.
Yeah,
and you saw Giannis. He was welcomed to Miami. There, he got off the plane. Pat Riley. Always one of my favorite interviews, Pat Riley.
Pat Riley is one of the great everything
all-time greats.
All-time great, 100%. I mean, he put Showtime together. The great stories. Pat Riley's the man, and it wouldn't surprise me if LeBron went, and it would be because of Pat Riley.
Because of Pat Riley.
100%.
Absolutely.
100%. And
Pat Riley's a class act.
So is the head coach. You know what I mean? So it's a class organization.
Hey, question I have for you, Tommy Thunder. You think the Wizards might end up working some magic now that they've got, Trae Young, Anthony Davis, at least for the time being, unless Davis goes somewhere else.
Oh, boy.
But A.J. Debance, you see what he was doing? He's not playing. They're not going to wear him out.
They saw him in a couple games. That's all they needed.
That's it. That's all any of them need.
Yeah.
Just like Caleb Wilson out there with Chicago.
Yeah.
That's another talent.
I know. There's
Darren Peterson with Utah.
Cameron Boozer. You got all these guys. You got some great young talent out there
with the Clippers.
Yeah.
That's like the Big Five. That's the highly touted. I think the NBA's got some new talent now. But we'll see what happens with LeBron, WNBA action. The NBA Summer League's going to wrap up by Monday.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about who ends up winning that.
Yeah, they don't go to camp until what, September?
Probably mid-September, I believe it's going to be.
But I tell you what, this year's flying. I mean, we're already
some big events.
We're midway July, and we got the halfway point in Major League Baseball. We got getting ready to come into camp in first week of August. They're coming into NFL camp.
Yeah.
So
and just to make make mention, North Wilkesboro Speedway will be the site of Sunday's NASCAR event coming up at 7 p.m. Believe TNT has the coverage. In Formula One racing, the Moët Chandon Belgium Grand Prix. They get started at 9 a.m. Sunday. Kimi Antonelli, George Russell, those are right now the leaders in the standings. On the flip side in NASCAR, it has all been Michael Jordan's team for the most part.
Yeah, and Denny
Hamlin still.
Who is part of Jordan's team.
If it was golf, he's at the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tommy, as always.
Yeah, pleasure.
Always a pleasure. We thank Alan, our producer.
I guess we have to. We have no choice.
There you go. We'll see you Monday.
Peace.
Things are truly better with us.